Alright, y'all. Welcome back to the channel with a brand new video, brand new topic. Now, before we get started, I want to thank everybody that been supporting me for 3 years. I've been doing this for 3 years, and I'll be reading the comments when I get the time to do that. And all I see is positivity. So to the ones that sending me love, etc., y'all know who y'all are, and I appreciate that. Good feedback. Appreciate y'all. But let's move on. On this video, y'all might want to buckle your seatbelts, because this one right here is going to be a long one. But enough chit chat. Let's get started. They made a big mistake coming up against you. Their actions had came back to haunt them. People don't know who they dealing with until it's too late. As they say, a hard head make a soft ass. And these folks, they've been warned time after time, again and again and again and again, and they refused to listen. They were sadly mistaken. Being your op, being your enemy. And the sad part about this is, you don't even know these people. They don't know you, you don't know them. But the reason why they came up against you, calling themselves teaming up against you off of one hater. Somebody that couldn't stand your light, that couldn't stand your potential, your greatness. And it's going to be on the petty note. They didn't like the way you look. You were more good looking than them. Fellas, no homo. But ladies, you were more good looking than her. So, out of insecure and pure hate, they get other folks that don't even know you, don't even know your name like that, but they went out of their way to come against you. And that right there was a huge mistake. They should have never done what they had did. Building up this bandwagon of haters. Building up this bandwagon of liars. That's the lie on you. Excuse me. They did all of that for nothing. We talking about lies on top of lies. And they thought it was cute. They thought it was adorable. They try to make your life a living hell. Off what he or she said. High school stuff. Junior high type of stuff. Middle school type of stuff. They're going off of he say, she say. But see, people are too blind to realize they've been deceived. They've been fooled by a bunch of liars. And like I told you, you don't even know these people, but they know you off of what buffoon has said about you or try to do to you. Try to make you the laughingstock in your city, in your town, or on social media. I'm talking about these people try everything in their so-called power to make you look bad, to embarrass you. But now, they being embarrassed. Because guess what? The truth will always come to the light. What's behind, what's been done behind closed doors will always be revealed to the public. They did all of this bad wishing on you. They took a pause in their life. That's to focus on your life. You might have been something really special to them. Because if you wasn't that special, they would not be worried about you. And that's the scary part right there. They so sophisticated on your life, on your whereabouts. And here they are. Ain't got nothing going on. So what that tells you right there, a bunch of losers. Hating on the winner. You, my friend that's watching this, you were born to win. I don't care how many people hated on you or were hating on you. Because when the truth comes to the light, and when they get their spiritual consequences, half of them want to be your friend now. Half of them going to be so nice to you. They're going to be calling you sir, ma'am, opening up the door, trying to have a full-blown conversation with you. But you see right through them. They think by being nice to you, it's going to get them out of that spiritual consequences. No. They're going to get theirs too. At the end of the day, they should have never done what they had done. They all being haunted. Especially when they try to sleep at night. Every time they close their eyes, they see you. These people are so frightened to go to sleep at night. You will literally think it is a nightmare. You will literally think it's all Freddy Krueger all over again. But no. That's the guilty conscience reminding them. You did him wrong. You did her wrong. Now it's time to pay. And see, people take stuff like this for a joke. They really thought that you were just going to sit there and let these people team up on you. You defended yourself. You wasn't no pushover. But guess what? You were going to let these people stress you out. You was not going to let them get in your head. You prove yourself over and over and over again to the point you say, you know what? I did enough. Believe what you want to believe. And now the truth is slowly coming out. Everybody's stunned. Everybody's shocked. They all misjudge you. But people are so gullible out here. They will believe a lie before they believe the truth. Ain't that stupid? I hate to use that word, but it's true. They will believe a lie about somebody than to believe the truth. Because them same individuals that believe this about you, they were hating on you too. They were all in there on it too. And now here they are. Want to be so friendly and so kind. Come stay right where they at. Building up a bandwagon full of enemies. Trying to have about 20 million people coming up against you. And when you got that million people coming up against you, I don't care the amount, you still came on top. You won and they lost. That's embarrassing. So you meant to tell me all of this bad luck and all this wishing upon on you, and you still standing? They laughed at Mark, tried to embarrass your name, and you still won? That make you like a winner. You powerful. And what that made them? A jackass. Losers. A bunch of clowns. Sissies. Wussies. But that's exactly what they are. They did it behind the scenes. They try to get other folks to team up with them. Some of them did do it. There's some of them like, nah, you gotta leave him alone. Leave her alone. They've been warned. But like I told you early, they refuse to listen. They're like, yeah, right, he ain't gonna do nothing, she ain't gonna do nothing. But they did not know. They didn't know that you had somebody bagging you up. We talking about somebody in the spirit. You had the man upstairs protecting you. Guardian angels, your ancestors, your loved ones in the afterlife, they were protecting you. And one thing about them, they don't play about you. They might not be here on earth, not that body anyway, but their spirit's still here. And they are looking over you, protecting you. Even when you are sleeping. That's why all these folks that team up against you is finding out the hallway. Now they send back wishing that you had never started with you. They started something they couldn't even finish it. I won't want to be in their shoes. But see, me, we don't hate over here. We don't hate. We congratulate. When somebody's doing something, we clap for them. We root for them. But them, they get mad. Start laughing. But when they laughing at their own self. They really want to be like you. Deep down, they all crying in the inside. But on their face, they laughing. But they are hiding the pain of how much of a wannabe they want to be. They want to be like you. But they can't. It's only one you. One you. Uno. No dos, no tres. It's only one you. But see, they want to be like you. They want to be little Junior. Tell little Junior to sit down and take notes from the teacher. They ain't ready. They think they ready, but they not. Then when they get humble, then they gonna be looking crazy. But they already got humble. That's why they can't sleep at night. They can't think. Everybody that done this to you is facing the consequences. Because like I told you, it's certain people you don't mess with. And when they mess with you, their life was in pure danger. No mystical, but their life was in pure danger. See, they thought you were some type of joke. They thought you can easily get over. Or they try to walk all over you. But when you told them no, put your foot down, they got mad and started building this smear campaign. Try to get everybody to hate you. for no apparent reason, mentally unstable, because a normal human being would not behave like this. These people were behaving like pure animals. And an animal from a zoo won't even act like that. But people are battling insecurity, weakness, and most importantly, they are battling their own demons. But they want to put the monkey on your back and make you face their problems. But see, you were too resilient for that. That's why you gotta protect your mind. The mind is a powerful weapon. And also, y'all know the quote, our mind is a terrible thing to waste. See, when the enemy get in here and you let them, you finish. But see, your mind was so resilient, so powerful, they couldn't get upstairs. So he had to jump in other people to make them do the job. And they couldn't even get the job done themselves. That's why they being haunted. That's why you got all of your enemies. Well, it's not you that's doing this. The man upstairs is protecting you from harm, danger. And you wonder why people get intimidated by you. Can't even look you in the eye. Because they know they see something in you that will scare the living piss out of them. They see it. That's why you intimidate folks. Not all people, but weak people. Because they can't handle that light inside of you. They want to be like you so bad. That's why they had to team up against you. If you was a nobody, they would have left you alone. Hell, you probably would have been a friend. They would have liked you even more. But the fact that you stood out, they like you, they see you, but at the same time, it's out of pure hate, pure jealousy. These folks want to walk like you, talk like you. Hell, if they could, they'd have your hands and your fingers and your toes. That's how demonic and obsessed they are. They will cut off your fingers and your hands, possibly your feet and your toes, so they can have them. I know that sounds crazy, but you don't know what's going on in a person's mind these days. They will hate you because you got big hands or pretty hands. I don't like him, so guess what? I'm going to team up against you because he got big hands. I don't like her because she wear her makeup better than I do, or better yet, I gotta wear makeup. She don't. You will be surprised. You hear me? You will be surprised of why they did this and what caused them to do it. Ain't that but a bunch of little insecure punks. That's all it is. They let the enemy get in their brain. And they run around here playing the victim. Victim mentality. These people need some serious help. Anytime you do something or did something, but you want to walk around here playing innocent, crying crocodile tears, that is screaming insecurity and it's screaming ignoring accountability. Everybody want to be grown until it's time to face accountability. Even if they hear that word, accountability, they get shooken up, they get frightened. But like I told you, you ain't done nothing to these people. You did not do anything to deserve this. So why were they messing with you? I don't know. Sometimes you sit back and scratch your own head why they do it. It's okay to want to be like somebody, but don't sit up here and try to hide the fact you want to be like them, but on a note, you don't want to admit it. Not trying to talk about them. They don't want to admit the fact they like your style. I'm going to take it back to the 90s. They like your stilo. Shout out to 702. They like your stilo. If you don't know what that word is, do your research. But the OGs from the 90s know what that word means. They like your stilo. They like your style. But they don't want to admit it. So what they did, a petty little crime. Smear campaigns. Slander. Character assassination. And it probably been going on for quite a while. But now, the truth has come. You about to get vindicated in front of everybody. And everybody that team up against these losers gotta pay. Serious consequences. It's gonna be some trouble. It's gonna be some trouble. Because when they put their mouth on you, they had no idea who they were talking about, who they were dealing with. These people were little inch to you. You were a giant. Like Michael Clark Duncan, God rest his soul. Y'all seen the movie Green Mile. You know how big he was. That's you. You a giant. Like Andre the Giant. God rest his soul too. You a giant. They ain't but little ants to you. They little insects. Ants. Bugs. But yet they are fleas. They are looking up to you. But back in the day, they used to overlook you. That's why you gotta be very careful of how you treat people. Be careful who you overlook. Be careful who you laugh at. Be careful who you pick on. They probably picked on you too. Probably laughed at you too. But guess what? Look where you at and look where they at. You got in the last laugh. And that's why their decisions and their actions came back to haunt them big time. They've been warned millions and millions and millions of times. Don't come for him. Don't come for her. Let's kick it up a notch. Some of you probably cussed them out. Some of you had cussed them out to the point you made them want to do that. And hold on. The reason why I said it because you scared the living piss out of them. You had put some fear in these people, even if you confronted them or not. Like I said, you probably cussed them out, confronted them, or you just ignored them. And now they feel like they got to do something out of revenge. They want to retaliate against you just to make you feel bad. They want to get under your skin. That's why they tried everything in the book. They make you look so bad to the point you don't want to show your face out in public ever again. But last time I checked, you still going out. You still smiling. You still got your head on straight. And you still looking good. And that right there is the biggest revenge. Coming out of dirt. Proving everybody wrong that lied about you. Even the ones that were your so-called friends, they were on in it too. Cause now they start acting weird. They start acting goofy. Off of what this big-headed goofball has said. A stupid rumor. But that rumor made you a superstar. It made you look good, it made them look bad. And if I were you, I would not let these folks back into my life. None whatsoever. Hold on. Yeah, I would not let them back into my life. After what they had tried to do, or what they had tried, I say it like this. What they had done, I want them back into my life. Because people will show you who they are. Be blind if you want to. But it all goes to show you. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't happy for you. You can get one achievement, one blessing, and you're going to see it on their face. You're going to see the envy, the hatred. You're going to see it. And when you do see it, get away from them. Don't be like, oh, that's my brother, that's my sister, my mom and dad. No. I don't care who it is. If you see it, if you see that spirit of jealousy, get away from them. For some of you, you probably went through this with your so-called friend or friends. Some of you, so-called fake family members, and they be the closest ones to you. They be the main ones. And when it's your own people, that tells you right there, you're a black sheep. But that's all right. But now you laughing, and they not. It could have been that toxic co-worker. Toxic co-workers. Maybe your supervisor was even jealous of you. Envious because you always get the job done. Maybe you do the job better than the other co-workers. Your work ethic is so phenomenal. And they were so flabbergasted by it, they try to make your job hard. Try to make your life a living hell. I bet you they told lies about you on the job too. Saying you this, you that. That's to make you spaz out or crash out so you can get a record. But when that didn't work, they started telling lies. And now it backfired. Now everybody looking dumb. Everybody looking crazy. And when you left that job, that's when all their decisions came back and built them on the rear end. Like Chico off the movie Friday. Next Friday, that is. People need to know who's in front of their presence. before they try to pull off these evil stunts. They better be extremely careful. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have messed with you like that. But now, it's too late. It is way too late. It's a little too late now. They all pissed off, angry, mad, pointing the finger at this person, that person. But see, when somebody get caught, they want to blame other people. Instead of them facing the truth, they want to duck the truth. Can you believe it? But that's the world we living in, people. People want to duck accountability. When they get caught red-handed, here come the crocodile tears, the lies, gaslighting. But when they were doing this behind closed doors, they were having a blast. I'm talking about laughing, having tea parties. They never thought they were going to get busted. They never thought people were going to find out about their shenanigans. I'm talking about people had gathered up a whole group. And they did this on social media. They gathered up a hate group against you. And you didn't even know nothing about it. Then people looking at you like you were crazy. But they did that because your presence threatened them. Your spirit made them feel some type of way. Instead of them staying away from you, they want to get close to you. Weird, right? That right there is obsession. They don't like you, but they want to remain close to you. Weird, right? But like I told you, you scared of living piss out of them. See, when people intimidated by you, they will do this type of stuff. That's to get a reaction. That's to make you snap or do the unthinkable, but you didn't do it. And if you did confront them, you probably did it on a professional level. You ain't have to cuss or nothing. But I know most of you probably had done that. But for some of you probably did it in a calm, cool manner. Because they want to get a reaction out of you. They want you to be a fool. That's like them. And a lot of y'all outsmarted them. Now they see the truth is out. That they can't take it. They're really going crazy right now. Because like I told you, they want to get a reaction out of you. Get under your skin. To the point you embarrass your own self. Put yourself in some unnecessary BS. Even though they started it. But we got some evil, conniving folks out here that will start drama, then play the bull who cried wolf. And they ain't narcissistic, I don't know what it is. That's why it's best to keep a small circle. Because you don't know who you're dealing with. People are all messed up out here. Like really messed up. You would think people be happy for you, but that's not the case. Not all the time anyway. And especially, this is from the people that have watched you grow up or you grew up with. You will be flabbergasted or who tried to set you up. You will be surprised who was behind all of this smear campaign, slandering, trying to make you look so terrible out in public. It had got to the point where you went out in public, people looking at you like you crazy. Me mugging you want to fight you. But like I said, the truth is out. Everybody know that whoever did that ain't gonna have no good luck. And now the time has come. The day has come. They all gotta face their judgment. Whatever you do good or bad, it's gonna come out. And they have reaped what they had sowed. Cause what you reap, you will sow it. Good or bad. And I don't know who they thought they were. I don't know who they claim to be. They thought they were big and bad. Having them couldn't even walk a mile in your shoes. Or be like you. If y'all would happen to switch bodies and they had to face what you had to face, they would have been tapped out. Like this was WWF. They would have been tapped out. But see, you ain't tap out. You don't look like what you had been through. But them, they are about to look like everything that they are about to go through. These people finna look like pure crap in the face. You went through some pure, you know what, but you don't look like it. Because you're not on drugs, you're not drinking, you're not being a hater, you're not hurting people, scamming people, and you didn't have to sell your soul or be a con artist. And as a matter of fact, that's why they couldn't stand you. Because you did things the hard way and not the easy way. And when you be the original, when you stand out, that made people want to question you. They were probably saying to themselves, or their little friends, who he think he is? Who does she think she is? But you were just minding your business, going home and making your money, and working on your side hustle. But no, they're going to ruin that for you. I'm talking about to the point people were literally gang stalking you, harassing you. And then when you said enough was enough, now you crazy. Now they're saying you delusional. But these people know what they were doing. Like I said, it could have been 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, 100, 200. The whole community. But it's still, they had no right for them to do that. Now all of them looking crazy. Some of them gotta cry themselves to sleep. But you didn't do this. They did it. They brought it upon themselves. Now their whole bloodline is going through it. They put their own family in danger, trying to put you in danger. This is why it always says, touch not my anointing, do my prophet no harm. Not only that, you were prayed up. And when you are prayed up, can nothing or nobody out here touch you. Because we are living in a demonic world. People are not being people no more. People see a certain person and want to pray on that person's downfall, all because this person is smiling. They ain't got to know what you have. They ain't got to know what you got. That's a smile. And they want to take that away from you. And when that don't work, here come another hater. And another hater. And another one. And another one. And another one. I ain't trying to sound like DJ Khaled, but every one of them, here come another one. Because you couldn't be stopped. I tell you, it took a whole lot of people to team up. I ain't gonna say but these folks that's hating on you, they did all of that and still lost. They wanted to be your enemy. They wanted to be your op. They were so obsessed with you. So obsessed of bringing you down. But they only brought you up. They must have known the word, or the saying goes, don't throw stones at a glass house. Where in this case, the glass was bulletproof. You couldn't be broken. And that's a song by Lil Wayne, Can't Be Broken. Shout out to him for that. But you couldn't be broken. As a matter of fact, them stones bounced off of you. It hit them there in the head. Bing! And then they got this big old knot in their forehead. I'm talking about you had all these folks throwing these stones at you. But you took them stones and built an empire. And now they wondering, how did you do it? Your smile, your success, you traveling, meeting new people, they never wanted you to do that. They wanted you to be miserable. Still stuck on stupid, like they are. But you not stupid. And you ain't no statue. They want you to be a statue just like they are. They were scared to move. But you wasn't afraid to move. So they had to get all these folks. Literally all of them. That's to make you quit. Or to make you go under a rock or cry in the corner like a little child. But now, they in the corner crying. Now they under a rock. Now they are ashamed. Now they are embarrassed. What goes up, it must come down. And not only that, people also warned them. Because you could have been a quiet one. But see, they want to be a bully. They wanted you to lose yourself. They wanted you to lose your mind. But they don't lost their mind trying to make you lose yours. It's not funny, but every time somebody tried you or tried to get you to act out of character, it always backfires. It always does. And this is why you can't be around small-minded people. Because this will make them do some stuff like this. Even when you don't talk, they'll think something wrong with you. And I think this real stupid. Where you stand to yourself, not bothering a soul. Here they are, insecure, scared. Oh, he ain't talking. She ain't talking. We need to destroy him. We need to tarnish her reputation, y'all. Like literally, instead of minding their own, mind the business that pays them, they want to mind your business. Here they are, all up in your Kool-Aid. They don't even know the flavor. These little nosy modern spirits. They deserve what they had gotten. That's not being mean, but you don't do no stuff like that. And expect to live happily ever after. It don't work like that. How many of you will gain stock? People modeling your life, even on social media. I had folks trolling me, making fake accounts of me, trying to say I'm this and that. And you know, when people start doing some stuff like that, you made it. When they lie on you, you made it. When you have people teaming up just to take you down, you made it. But at the same time, they should have left you alone. Then when people can't get your attention, they want to take it on social media and call themselves trolling you. But thank God for a block button. Every time you block them, they make another account. Obsessed. Now your success, I said this in another video, but I'm going to say it again. Your success became their worst nightmare. They're going through it right now. I'm talking about they in the house crying. The whole entire family. Even the dog and the cat. Crying along with them. Because they had went against a chosen one. Somebody wasn't even thinking about them. But they were thinking about you 24/7. All day and all night. They were thinking about you day and night. All night long. Coming up a plan after plan after plan. Just to make you give up. Just to make you fall like a lawn chair. Excuse me. But it still didn't work. Your resilience was got them going crazy. They went insane. See, when people do crimes, they don't care about the consequences. But these folks, they wish they could turn back time. No Selena Dion, but they wish they could turn back the hands of time. No. Wrong artist. I'm sorry. Cher. If only they could turn back the hands of time. But they've been wrong over and over and over again. But they ain't care. They ain't listen. They kept on listening to Satan. And now, They are stuck in the hole they cannot get out of unless they repent, get that hatred out their hearts. But now they want to be big and bad. They want to show you that they run this, but they don't run nothing. The only thing you were doing is trying to have a better life. But here they are trying to mess with you, trying to bully you. But now life is bullying them. Your spiritual squad ain't playing with them. That's why people wake up every day concentrating on you. That's their karma. People about to learn and learn real hard and learn real quick. Don't mess with certain people. Don't come for certain individuals, because it will be hell to pay. And trust and believe me, they are paying for it. Like I told you, you have a platform, you got a group of people calling themselves trying to troll you. You either a threat to them and you speaking the truth, and they don't want to admit that you're speaking the truth. So they want to come with this hatred. But like I said, you can't block them, because they ain't talking about nothing. Now in real life, they like crickets. They ain't gonna say it to your face. But behind your back, they do the most chirping, the most talking. Y'all got these people real scared of you right now. Well, they ain't scared of you. They're scared of your spirit. Because they know you ain't came here to play. And you ain't finna play with nobody's child. Oops, did I say that? I sure did. Because they are still children. All of them still children. Every single last one of them. That's why they are weeping. That's why they over there having a hard time trying to get your image off of their brain. But it's like glued in your head, because they spend years and years trying to mess you up. But now they don't mess their own self up. And you can't feel bad for them. You probably had lost opportunities. Probably cannot get a certain job because of them. But that's alright. Because most of you got your own business. Or start their own platform. And they can't do nothing about that. All they can do, sit there and watch and growl like the little chihuahuas that they are. Every day is about you. It was always about you. Sunday through Saturday, January through December, 24 hours. They spend all that time lying on you, manipulating others to come against you. But now all that backfired. Now everybody pointing the finger at them. Now they going through it. And everybody that helped them do this, oh, they gotta pay too. As a matter of fact, they all paying. These ops, whatever you want to call them, they fighting against one another. One of them arguing, one of them finna real fight for real. They saying, you lied about him, you lied about her, and this and that, this and that. And some of them was even paid to do this. Some of them sold their soul to the Reaper himself. and it didn't work. Now they really gotta pay. I'm talking about people are so desperate out here, they will sell their soul just to make you look bad. But you are protected by the angels. Can't nobody or anything get near you. You are surrounded by forces that they can't even see. And they thought they got away with it too. They about to think again. Half of them will be nosy. And you won't tell them your business. So, once again, bandwagon of haters. Bandwagon of liars. I'm talking about all of this for nothing. Then when all said and done, what was the issue for? If people that really insecure about themselves, they need a freaking therapist. No Dr. Phil, no Oprah. We talking about a real therapist. As a matter of fact, no. They need some prayer and healing. Because what type of human being would do such a thing? Oh, a dumb as so be. See, people like you and me, we would not go out our way to team up against somebody. But they did it. That's why they can't sleep at night. That's why they not going right for them. Until they get themselves right, they not going to get right for them. They used to call you all these names in the book. You probably didn't move on quick as others. You probably was different. No, ain't no probably. You were different. You may have been a late bloomer. You probably didn't catch on quick like they did. But that gave them no right. But now look at you now. And they still stuck in life. So you tell me who's right and who can't get right. They can't get right. Sucks to be in their shoes. Like I told you earlier in this video, if you're still watching, people made a big mistake coming up against you. They were sadly mistaken, and they did not know who they were facing. They were facing a spiritual giant, which is the man above them clouds. Because when they were laughing at you, they were laughing at the man upstairs. And now he's not playing. One thing about him, he don't play. And they find out that you weren't nothing to be played with. You wasn't nothing to be effed with. But after all of this, you still came on top. You still came out as blessed. All that dirt they threw on you, you still came out shining like a star in the sky, like the sun in the sky. Even through all of this, you had strangers rooting for you. And that says a lot right there. Keep up the good work, ladies and gentlemen. Proud of you. But we can go ahead and wrap it up. But I just want to say, if you made it to the end of this video, salute to you. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all share this video. God bless you all. Y'all be safe. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure your health and your mental health is good. I'll see y'all later and talk to you in the next one. With that being said, keep your head up and continue to move in silence. Peace.